friends, Denise here. I have a bunch of reselling junk to do and a dog who's not sure if he wants to hang out with me or hang out in the laundry room. It is noisy, visually noisy back here. This is the behind the curtain, so I like to keep it closed, but not if Louie isn't sure what he wants to do. So, you coming? You staying? You coming? You staying? I'm gonna say bye. Bye. Just threaten him with the curtain. Okay, you're joining me. You're joining me. Good boy. Today I'm calling this a hodgepodge video because I consume a little amount, or maybe more, of YouTube videos, and I really don't see people doing tasks of reselling. Pardon my French. So today is Saturday. I don't go sourcing on Saturdays, so I would like to share with you the types of things that I am getting done for my reselling business today. And I am really trying to stay true to my 2024 goals, which is like having no death piles, like not letting things sit. So I'm going to share with you exactly what my reselling space looks like before I do anything. My priority right now is to ship out these items that have sold before I have to go to a baby shower at noon. So I sat down. Okay, this is how I started my day. I woke up, I had a little coffee, I had lots of reminders from my best friend Louie that it was time to go for a walk. Today, instead of just doing the neighborhood rounds, we would actually go on a little adventure to the lake. I call it the Lakey Lukey. And when I say that, the Lakey Lukey, I get the head turn. I got ready with a pair of my brand new to me Hokas that I just washed and sourced this week. I paid $11.99 for them. I am so excited. Then Louie got his leash, I had some coffee, and then we adventured off to the Lakey Lukey. I was doing breakfast. I decided to send off 35% off offers to see what would come in. And I also took the opportunity to make a to-do list. And this is what I am working on. And I don't know how much of this I'm going to accomplish today, but I'm just here to share with you what I would like to accomplish that is really not glamorous. It's not glamorous. You don't see it because it sucks. And these tasks sit because it's way more fun, as I always like to say, to get Starbucks and go sourcing. And so, or to talk about our sales, but like, what does our reselling space look like? I discovered when I started the year with no death pile and having all of my inventory put away that I did not avoid shipping. Because if I have new things in one bin and then I have inventory not put away where it's supposed to be, I don't feel as motivated if I have to hunt and peck for the items. So my goal is to get all of my new inventory put away. I will show you those. And this is what my to-do list is. So I have to go to a baby shower at noon. I have to ship this pile of stuff before I go to the shower. I would like to hang up items on this rack right here, that rack that I have sourced that I need to photograph. So for me, this rack is really multi-purpose, and I have another bigger one as well. But this rack is really multi-purpose because I like to use it for my live shows. It's small and portable. And I also like to use it for when I want to photograph items. So it gives clothes an opportunity to not be as chock full, like sitting in a bag, get some wrinkles out of them. Helps me see, okay, I've got 20 items I really need to photograph. And then I have a bin that I put them in. That is my new inventory. And then basically when my new inventory bin gets full, what I do is I sit down in front of the TV and I fold those items and I get them put into poly bags. Then I put them back in that bin and then I put them into my inventory system. It works for me. I have a closet of about 800 items at the moment. When I am done photographing the stuff that I have, I might be closer to about 875, but I mean, I'm not going to be tipping over 1,000 items. Let me get back to my to-do list. Obviously, it's to make a video to show you this process because it's not easy. And of course, I, took a few minutes to make myself look camera ready. But let's be honest, I'm not a huge prim and proper kind of person. So what you see is what you get here. Sorry, friends. All right, so I want to ship before I go to the shower. That's totally fine. The post office closes at 1 today. The shower's at noon, so I need to get to it because it's 11:15 right now. I have to hang up what I'd like to photograph, and I have to put away old live show inventory. So when I have a live show, I populate this rack, and then these items didn't sell, and they are already listed in my closet, so that means they have to go back into the bins that they came from. I would like to then photograph, I'm going to say 25 items today. I want to photograph 25 items. Tonight, I'm going to knock out the new inventory at least into poly bags, potentially into bins. I should also try to get at least 10 items posted. So I can do those things from the comfort of my couch, and I can watch shows and I can post items. Number 6 is a friendly reminder, I've got this. I can accomplish these tasks. Today is just the Taskmaster day. And 7, no new sourcing until the death piles are gone. Yesterday afternoon, I was itching. I mean, not physically itching, but I really wanted to go out sourcing. I don't need to go out sourcing because I have items I haven't posted. That's how I decided. I was like, no, Denise, reel it in. You're not going out sourcing. Come with me to ship the items that sold. See if anything sold from the 35% off sale. Also, a couple of things I have in the footnotes. Donate items to Goodwill and begin to declutter my personal closet with sell, donate, and recycle. So if something is stained and has holes in it, I personally don't donate those items to Goodwill or another thrift store. I actually take those items to a fabric recycling that my city offers. Please remember that Goodwill is not a dump for stuff that is broken and trashed and has holes in it and that no one can use. It's not a dump. It's not fair to put that burden on these systems that provide services to people. So that's all I'd like to say about that. I apologize. The hair, basically when I shower at night and then go to bed, this is what the hair looks like. Let's talk about what I sold and what I'm shipping out right now. I need to print out the labels for the following items that I'm shipping out. A Zara plaid long shacket, an American Giant hoodie, a For Love and Lemons baby doll dress. Huge sourcing mistake. I had sold a For Love and Lemons item about a year and a half ago, at least a year ago, and it sold really quickly and it was actually damaged a little bit. So when I found For Love and Lemons again, I jumped at the opportunity. Well, it wasn't white eyelet cute. It was dark and paisley and baby doll. I sold this for $18. And I've had it for a really long time. I'm happy to see it go. I have a pair of On running insoles and laces. Now look, here's a little pro tip. I went to the bins, I found a pair of On running shoes, and I instantly put them in my cart because I always do. Well, after I got to looking at them, they were really trash. The soles were cracked. They had all that rub on the interior of the heel, and I ultimately decided, like, oh, I can't sell these, even if I'm getting them at the bin. So guess what I did? I pulled the inner soles out of them, and I pulled the laces out of them, and I posted them for $25, and they sold. So that's a little tip. If you're at the bins, you see some really trashed ons, because you can't buy insoles from On Running. They just don't sell them. I've looked to buy them before for shoes that I have sourced that didn't have the inner soles in them. I have sold them without the insoles in them. I'm also shipping out a cool upriser short, a Viore Halo essential hoodie, and a Nation Limited Dustin midi dress that's striped. I sold that for 72 buckaroos. Let's get started. I typically batch ship my items, but I wasn't able to do that today. Someone's being finicky. Anyway, so I'm printing things off one by one, and my computer needs to be charged, so I'm a little bit under the wire here. I think I have navigated correctly what I need to print out. I'm laughing because the readers, I was wearing these earlier. These are my favorites. They're coordinating with what I'm wearing. These are the ones that I just grabbed for something else. And then these are another pair I have out here. So welcome to Readerland. Welcome to turning 50 years old. I wouldn't say I really have a time crunch, but I really have a time crunch. Okay, the first items I am going to ship out, as I was mentioning, were these On Running blue laces. And I have washed these, but they just have the look a little bit like they've been worn. They're not brand new. I didn't claim they were brand new. So I'm not overly concerned about getting out any of the marks from these. If anyone is curious about my design techniques, I literally just took a dowel that I bought from Home Depot. I put it in the shelving little bracket slots, and then I put a zip tie on it so it didn't move around, and then I just hung my tissue paper on it so it would just be adjacent to my shipping station. I am pretty like thrifty when it comes to buying stuff for the business. I really want to keep it at a low, but I'm going to show you guys what I just got, and boy does it weigh a lot. Ooh-hoo-hoo. I have upgraded my shipping station just in the last 24 hours. I have this tape dispenser. This is obviously for Scotch tape. I have my washi tape on it, which I use for shipping. And then I put my packing tape on here, so I no longer, well, I have it close by, but I no longer have to use this. I wrestle with this, so let's see how I do with the new setup. Also, it's weighted. Let me see if I can get it into the shot. It's weighted, which I love, which means I can handle everything I need to with just one hand, which is absolute perfection. Get some new cute stickers. Look at these. And I will be adding these to the insoles, and I'm gonna ship these in a padded mailer. I have 3 items going out to men in this ship with me video, so that's a pretty high percentage. That's almost 50% of what I am shipping out is going to men. I have a pair of shorts, these insoles, and then a hoodie. I get a little frustrated with my men's inventory. It's kind of like I have it just all in one bin, and I recently have created 2 bins for it because too much was going on trying to keep it in that one bin. The lid didn't fit on it, and I'm just like, should I just sell off my men's inventory and then just be done with it? But then I get 3 men's sales like almost back to back, and I'm like, Okay, so I'm just gonna turn my back on getting sales. So my business strategy is going to be to source good items, whether it be for men, women, or children. So I'm not moving away. I just don't see the opportunity to pick up as many men's items as I do women's, but that's how I'm gonna keep it. I shipped out yesterday a Peter Millar sweater that I sold for $62 that was new with tag. Basically, when I am outsourcing, especially at the Goodwill, I am shopping their brand new racks. And when I am looking at their brand new racks, they typically put new racks out and you can sort of get a glimpse into their process. So you can see they kind of set up the rack by price point. So it'll go like $2.99, say, to like $17.99 or something. And the racks will be mixed. It will be women's, kids, men's. So I'm just actually looking at every single thing. I am not just looking in the women's department. So that's how I wind up picking up men's items. If there are brands that stick out to me, for example, Peter Millar, American Giant, I absolutely pick those items up. I just sold this bad boy today. This is an American Giant sweatshirt. These are substantial. I just talked about this in a video. I think I had it in my closet for, oh my goodness, maybe like 11 days, 2 weeks, potentially, not even. So yeah, pretty stoked on that, bro. No, I'm really happy with that. I'm happy with that. And this sold today. I sent out this morning 35% off offers. This has a little patina to it. It's not in perfect condition, but they retail and you can only buy them from American Giant. They retail for upwards of like $150. I had this price pretty high at maybe 68, and someone accepted a $44 offer today. This is a bulky boy. I am so happy. The next item that you see on my counter here also sold this morning, and I'm getting them shipped out. I am so happy to have the bulky items gone. Like, whenever I sell really big bulky items, it just feels like such a win to me. I don't have endless inventory, storage space, and bins. I have a finite amount. So I have a limited amount of storage, and bulky items stress out my limited storage. I am still looking on track to just be fashionably late to the baby shower. I'm pretty impressed by myself. Next item I am shipping, I am putting in a, I'm wondering if I could get it in a medium box. I think I can. I'm putting in a medium box, friends. It's a Zara plaid long jacket. I sold it for $34, which to me feels a little bit on the low side, but conversely, I would have sold this and did try to sell it for $25 in my live show. So I am still making more than if I had sold it in a live show. I did think that this would do better than it did. I don't know if it's the cut, like the plaids itself. I'm not really sure. I do own personally a couple of these shackets, and mine are from Aritzia. So I feel like this is the Zara riff on or copy of the Ghana by Aritzia. Oh yeah, we got this to fit. We're gonna send them a cute little Monstera sticker, and let it be on its merry happy way. Do you ever like get thrown off when someone has like a completely different name from their username? Like, whoa, where did they come up with that? Because their username looks like a name, but really it's not associated with their name at all. Weird meanderings from the world of reselling, things I think about. The next item I sold was just a pair of cool, these are called the Upriser shorts. I sold these for $24. Want to get, let's call it a number. Well, I guess I'll see how many items I have. Ha ha ha, acting like I don't have any items to post. But I think I have a good number of items to post, and that are potentially what we could call in a death pile situation. So I am going to prioritize, you know, sitting in front of the TV tonight, getting those items photographed so I could just sit in front of the TV tonight, watch some TV, and post new listings. That's kind of my vibe. That's also how I do my inventory. Okay, I've got 2 more items. I feel bad because this dress sold for full price. That's another thing I want to do. I keep my poly bags and I reuse them. I have them in a basket below here, but it's really not working. So I think I have another basket that I can use to store them in. And then I reuse those when I put new inventory that I just photographed into their final home. This dress is so cute. I just have to put on my readers for a minute. I thought I like saw a mark, but I don't. I sourced this Nation dress. Let me just show you the tag really quickly. This Nation dress. There we go. Slow and steady wins the race, Denise. I sourced this Nation dress at the same time as I sourced an Evereve dress and some really great pieces. Like, I just happened to hit a really random location to find these great brands. It's typically not what I find there. I have connected enough dots. A lot of my nicer pieces and dresses go to the Chicago area, I've noticed. So a lot of women in Chicago still wearing dresses, like buying dresses, wearing dresses, rocking the dress. Not a generalization, like full on, a lot of dresses I sell go to Chicago. And I have 1 additional item to ship, and then I'm gonna go to the post office, and then I'm gonna go to a baby shower, and then I'm gonna come back here and keep on working, trudging along. This last item that I sold was a Viore for $49. This was an offer that someone sent to me. I had it in my closet for $58. It is called the Halo Essential Hoodie. That is a particular material that Viore makes called the Halo. It's a very soft, like multicolor fabric. It's like dark gray and lighter gray, kind of like a heathered look. And this material stands out. It's the kind of material that I would more than likely recognize if I were to do like a reseller material test and someone loaded a rack with all different brands and said, hey, what's this? What company is this material? If I felt this Viore Halo essential material, I would know exactly what it was. I have no doubt in my fabric feeling abilities. Glad you guys can be here to kind of keep me company and also laugh with me. I'm goofy. I can be goofy. I can also cry on a dime, so beware. And that's it, friends. I'm gonna go hang out. It's a dumpling baby shower. So I'm gonna go eat some dumplings and then I'm gonna be back and let's get some work done. I appreciate you guys and I'll be back. Okay, so I went to the baby shower dumpling party and it was adorable, and I touched base with folks who have been in my life for a long time, so that was really fun. And I kind of avoided coming out into the garage, so here I am. So I have this little rack right here, and I'm just gonna take you along with me on this journey. That's a little light that I put on in my live shows. I have this rack right here that I had stacked for my live shows. So basically these items that are hung up are all photographed and posted. They just need to go back into inventory. Posted. Now, I am going to step off camera and just describe what's happening in other spaces that are just adjacent to. Okay, so this is my photographing space. And this is kind of not really a staging area. This should be a bright white surface. So let me talk about what I have. This pile right here is stuff that I just sourced the other day, and it's really just a few items. This bag right here is items that a friend of mine gave me to sell for her. Kind of consignment, but not actually consignment, because I just pay out my friends for their items. So it's like consignment-y, but not. They don't wait to get paid, is what I'm trying to convey. Then I have some products right here. These are skincare products that my daughter had used for a few weeks, and then she went to a dermatologist and determined she was going to take another course of action. So I thought maybe the products are over half full, that I might be able to try them. But I do have to look to make sure if it's okay that I sell unsealed and pre-owned skincare products. Let's see what I have here. What did I buy? I bought a pair of We Sell bike shorts. So that consignment bag of stuff is mainly activewear, and I will be selling it in a live show. Riley bag, and even though it has some wear on the edges, I did actually pick up this bag because it will be a good seller. I bought it for $6.99. All right, and then right here, you know, I'm just gonna be straight up. I have some stainless steel straws, okay? So I just sorted these out from my kitchen, and I thought, oh, I could try to sell those. I don't know if I'm actually going to sell them or not, but I may just donate them. I put them out here though, because I will show you in a moment, I do have donation stuff there. So whatever I decide. I have a pair of Sanooks that I bought. I have an Arc'teryx cardigan that I got, and then I have a pair of white oak cone denim Levi's that got some pastels on it, and I know where they got the pastels. But I made a little video and it's been a hit, so I'm gonna throw it in here so you guys can get a sense of what's happening, what this is, and what to look for in these special 501s. These are... If you are a reseller, not all 501s are created equally. You see this little line right here? That's called selvage. These jeans are modern production, but they're white oak mill. This mill closed in 2017. Levi's is still producing 501s with this white oak. It has a little special tag in it. Now these sold for $87 and they were produced, I don't know, in the last 5 years or so. But if you happen to find a pair of made in the USA selvage, that just refers to the finished edge. And when you cuff the pants and you see that little white line, please know you hit the jackpot. Yeah, I sold these on Posh for $297. So you want to double your profits, triple your profits. Don't underprice any white oak mill or selvage 501s. if you do find them made in the US. I also have this Rumple blanket that I got a while ago at the bins that I just have not posted yet. Oh, I hate photographing blankets. And I have a Pyrex bowl that I just wanted out of the shop when I was shipping. I need to post this because it's a kind that's a little bit more coveted than other styles. They did have the big one in this color, but it was like really worn on the outside, so I decided to pass on it. So that's that. This is kind of actionable. So what needs to happen here is this. These items need to get put back into inventory. These items need to get hung up here. And then once they're hung, I'll know what I need to photograph. I need to photograph them. Now, let's just take a little trip, take the elevator down. Take the elevator down another level, and then we'll have underneath the table. You know, I'm gonna just give myself a round of applause. That's not looking too bad under the table. I have a couple of tents I need to post probably on Facebook Marketplace. So these are liners for the tent floor, those two things. That is an actual American Girl tent. Down here, let me just kind of share what's happening down here. These are items that I would like to sell that are miscellaneous. A Kate Spade bag, a crossbody bag, a Wool Kids blanket, let's see, a Prada dust bag. So those are like bric-a-brac, I would call. They're non-clothing items that need to be dealt with. And if I go to the bins and find bric-a-brac that I think is interesting, then that's where it goes. It goes down here into the void. This pile right here, including that rod and that box and that bag, that's all donation stuff right there. I have another hanging rack, okay? So these items all need to be photographed. Let me move my light. These items need to be photographed. I've recently sourced them. This is why I'm not going outsourcing. I have Johnny Was here. I have Montclair. I have starter jackets. I just did a video on this. So these items photographed. These items are left over from a Lululemon show that I had that didn't sell. So these need to go back into that bin down there. Okay, so I've got items here that need to be put back in inventory. And then I have this sweet little pile here. These IKEA bags are full of items that my family has sorted out or that I have sourced that need to be posted, donated, or passed along. I'm gonna sit on the floor because it's gonna make it a lot easier than... Okay, so here I am. Okay, I am being 1000% transparent and talking about the tasks that I need to accomplish. It's 5 p.m. and I just had a cup of coffee because I'm committed to this. I'm committed to this. Items I need to photograph hung up. So I'm just gonna start shooting some footage and include it in with this video to show you kind of my process. I may go through those bags that are underneath the hanging rack that I showed you, those IKEA clear bags, and sort of talk about my process a little bit, decide if energetically I want to put the energy into posting these items and listing these items and photographing the items and maybe cleaning the items, or if I just want to get them straight into that donation bin. The last thing I really kind of have to, I don't want to say perfect the space, but like really make this space what I want it to be is I'm going to show you underneath my shipping station. I keep my poly bags. When I remove items from inventory to ship, I just put the poly bags under there. I have my gallon size bags that I keep my shoes in. And then I just have like cleaning materials and some shipping materials under there. My goal is to actually, let me turn this around. get these right here into a better situation, because when I'm done and I have to like constantly stuff them in there and it's not perfection, the gallon bags are like fine. I keep my shoes in those. This is also like where I keep shipping supplies, and it's not perfect. It needs to be addressed to. Like if we're doing the whole thing, like this has to be addressed to. It's just like, I've got a tripod that's blocking me opening this, but you know, it's like my scale, my Tyvek envelopes, poly, you know, it's like that's the kind of stuff I keep here. So this is all reselling stuff as well. Now up here, as I've talked about, that's my shipping station, disaster right now. And then up there is where I keep my boxes. And those are the boxes that fell on my head. So they're not perfect, but I do know they are capable of falling on my head, so I'm much more careful about them now. Here I am. I'm amongst the like kind of chaos. I operate better with organization. It's like one little chunk at a time. So what do I think I can accomplish before we go to dinner? I'm gonna spend about a half an hour right now.
You get a big poop. Talking to Charlie.
You heard it from him.
Oh God, what? Bye.
Things that just can go into bins. Okay, sweater bins, and I have a jacket bin, which are just right there. So I'm gonna do that right away. These right here are all blazers, and I keep blazers hung up in my cedar closet. Once this rack is clear, I am going to hang up the items that need to be photographed. Now it seems kind of silly to hang up items that need to be photographed, but I don't know if I'll get that to the photographing tonight or within the next 24 hours, whatever. And so just them hanging and not sitting like in a ball or in a bag, stuffed into a bag, will help them kind of breathe and loosen up. So I do like hanging items. So. So I keep all of my Lululemon stuff together, no matter what the category is, in one bin. So what I'm doing when I take these off the hanger is that I'm just putting them on top of that bin. That way they're not going to get commingled, and if I happen to sell something before that gets completed, I'll know exactly where it is. Space available for the items that I have to photograph. I do already have some of them hung up. Just gonna do a little transfer, ploop, ploop. And I'm already feeling better about this push that I'm doing right here. It's small actions that have great rewards. The items that I have over there that I just talked about, they have not been recorded in my spreadsheet yet. So they need to go in my spreadsheet before they get hung up. To photograph, to put in inventory. To eat dinner. Soon, soon, soon. Good morning, everyone. I am back, and here's my goal right now. It's Sunday morning. I would like to get photographed the items that are on this rack. All the ways that I wish I had my own reselling kind of studio feeling space. I'm so glad that I can just come out into my garage at, 7 a.m. on a Sunday morning and get to work on this stuff. I'm going to give you some insight into me photographing, and then I'm going to get this stuff posted because it's really a priority for me. I need to get, 15 new listings up this morning. Join me. Okay everyone, so I'm just going to keep at the tasks that I've been working on. I got the items that I photographed put into drafts when I was waiting for my breakfast to come. So as you can see, these little steps that you begin to take in knocking away at things that feel overwhelming and big, every little inch towards where you're trying to go really, really helps. I already feel so much better. Like, look at the rack. There's space on this rack now. Look at all these empty hangers, and I have photographed all of those items. I just would like to add, I'm going to do a part 2 video, and that's going to be how I go through my death pile. I'm going to pull out items from the bag. I'm going to talk about why I source these items, why they've been sitting there. If I'm inspired by them, I will probably more than likely find things that I forget that I had. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. If you want to subscribe, I'd love to have you along on the journey. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.